Okay, let's get this into perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday, we had a hell of a show from a promotion that's trying to start itself up in the next 3 to 5 months. Then, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we got the most stupidest stuff you could hear. One, by Sunday into Monday, we heard that Vince was mad as hell that his own people was congratulating a rival promotion instead of just leaving it alone. Cody got pretty much cheers from the people from WWE, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Chris, anybody who was involved with AEW's Double or Nothing. He pretty much was pissed that anyone had been tweeting or doing anything trying to congratulate them. Then you got Monday Night Raw. I'm botching because I saw some of Raw. I didn't watch all of it. I decided to go in and out of it. I wanted to see what was the aftermath a little bit. I saw one thing that just... You're telling me Sami Zayn, of all people, is put in a position to try and get a title match. Gets a title match. And on top of that, goes to do a segment with Corey Graves, the electric chair segment. And not only did the WWE, Vince himself pretty much tell Sami, and I'm sure that Sami was told to do this. Because at first I thought Sami wouldn't say this unless he really wanted to announce it. Particularly that when you go to the WWE's own YouTube channel and look at that segment, AEW has been excluded. But now I realize he did that on purpose. Because Vince told him to say simply, you could have asked me anything. You could have asked me about AEW. Vince did that. It's obvious Vince did that. Because when you see Smackdown Live, it just continues the great work they just did on Raw, which was madness. And I'm not talking about a good one. When you look at Raw, you hear about an hour's worth of content, of talking, no match. You look at SmackDown, you did get a match. You got Kevin Owens versus Kofi Kingston, which was not for the title, which was not to give Kevin Owens an opportunity, which we had a very long video segment. It didn't need to even... I'll give it to you like this. You didn't need to show Kevin Owens trying to be a part of the New Day, being part of the New Day, betraying the New Day. Why? It made no sense to do that. Then this match made no sense. And I'm not taking anything away from Kevin or Kofi. They did a good match. I liked the match. But it made no sense. And then you would think, well, guess what? To make it even more interesting for a Dolph Ziggler who I don't care about to come out and attack Kofi again. He doesn't. He's in the back. Then why did he attack Kofi and then attack Xavier Woods yesterday? Because he already got his match. There was no point. So if he's going to be consistent, why didn't he attack Kofi after the match there too? No. He doesn't attack him. Which you would say, well, it makes some sense. How? You're trying to put over a Dolph who really is empty. No one cares. Now, let's move on. We get a segment from the Smackdown Tag Team Champions talking about how they hate, I forgot where they are, or not Oklahoma. Where are they? I can't even remember where they were. I think it's Oklahoma. I don't even remember where they were. Just that they can't stand the place. They can't stand fracking. And honestly, I've looked into fracking. Fracking's actually more cleaner than them digging up the oil the old-fashioned way. So you got that going for a Daniel Bryan who is in a situation that sucks already on top of it. Now, I understand that Daniel is writing his own stuff generally, but doing that really didn't really mean anything. It really felt empty. Yes, he's still a good heel. Yes, Eric is stupid. the way they have him as he is, saying knock knock who's there stuff. It just means nothing. You got the Smackdown Tag Championships, who's in a dead division, who just got approached by Heavy Machinery, who he just finally seen after who knows how long, saying, and Otis doing the pelvic thrust, wanting a tag team title match. And they say, okay, you can have one, but just not today. So it's Super Showdown. But do I actually care about Super Showdown? No! It just feels empty. Then we got the Aleister Black segment. I'm not going in order here. There's no point. You got Aleister Black, who just said, and I basically am, if I'm remembering correctly, quoting, I have not been approached. I'm waiting. Someone approached me. Really? You're telling me, and we don't even know what's going on with Buddy Murphy. You're telling me a Aleister Black, who is married to Zelina Vega, gorgeous woman, is legitimately asking for someone to approach him when, if I remember correctly about him in NXT, he didn't need anyone to approach him. He went and got everyone himself. So they made Aleister Black look totally irrelevant, empty. Then you talk about Zelina Vega and a Andrade Cien Momos in a segment with the new reviewer, well, not viewer, the interviewer, I can't remember the woman's name. And she asked him what she thought about what happened to Finn Balor. And Finn's shown saying that he was told not to wrestle for this Tuesday. Does not mean he's not going to wrestle Super Showdown. He just can't wrestle this Tuesday. And then you see a Andrade Cien Momos talking. Now, mind you, I commend him for learning English. He could have still stayed the same way he was. Honestly. But this is the thing that gets me. I'm glad Andrade's being pushed. I'm glad Andrade did want to learn some English. He wants to expand himself. Yes, I know Vince told him, you want something, learn some English. But he chose to learn some English. He didn't have to. But he chose to learn some English. Because, well, of course, the woman he's going to be marrying wants him to speak English. But the point is, and I'm making it very clear, there's someone lost in translation here. And that is Zelina Vega. Unless Zelina is going to leave Andrade Cien Momos and go to Aleister Black, her actual husband, and work with him, which I think maybe she should. At least one, they'll be able to travel together. And two, at least she'll be able to do something because she's now nothing. She's eye candy now. Zelina was so good as a mouthpiece. She was so good to protect Andrade Cien Momos. Now she's eye candy. I don't care now about Andrade Cien Momos. I don't care about Zelina Vega. I don't care about Aleister Black, who now is asking for competition when he should be going out destroying people like he was as the Dutch Destroyer. Let's move on, shall we? We got Mandy Rose along with Sonya Deville in the back, and Mandy is now on the cover of Heath, the fitness magazine. Or hers, I can't remember what the name of it is. I don't read fitness magazines. I'm a fat old man. But you see them in my face, handing it out to the Iconics, handing it to Ember Moon, annoying her, and then going to the ring and dealing with a Mella. And I'm getting the Mella, but not R-Truth. R-Truth is separate. I have to. If I've already come up with the title for this, when it involves R-Truth, I'll tell you. But right now, I'm putting R-Truth for the back burner. And pretty much that was the worst match I've seen. There was almost no interest. The match looked botchy on both their parts. And I just... What did it prove for Mandy Rose winning? Now, between the two, who is the better wrestler? I'm going to be honest here. Who do you think is the better wrestler? Mandy Rose or is it Mella? Honestly, they're almost on par with one another. Mella not being as strong as Mandy. There's no obviously a problem with that. Mandy's stronger, so she can actually pull off better moves than Mella. But their movesets are not too much off from one another. And I know people say, no. Mella's nothing compared to Mandy Rose. I'm sorry. I'm just seeing it for what it is right now. You're dealing with a Carmella who's not a great wrestler when you have a Mandy Rose who looks great, who speaks pretty damn well, who's pretty strong, but then isn't highly skilled. Sonya Deville is more skilled than Mandy Rose. I'm just saying. So I don't really see anything at all here. This is what? Because she got undercover? She's not like a Tori Wilson who became a cover girl. She just isn't like Tori. Just isn't. Now, Bayley versus a Lacey Evans. And as I said before, why not just put those two in the tag division? Put Lacey Evans with Charlotte. It would make better sense. You had a segment, a tea time freaking segment of Lacey drinking tea out of a big damn teacup with Charlotte, saying that we are refined, we are ladies, this is a queen. Bayley is going to learn a lesson along with a Becky. She's going to learn. They're going to learn. And it makes better sense to actually stick these two together. Yes, admittedly that Lacey is botchy. And so is Charlotte botchy. Those two can't talk very well together. But they could get better together as a tag team. I think they actually could work. And I just want it over with. Not because I like to see two blondes where one has fake boobs, the other one has small. I don't think they're fake. But it just seems to make sense to put those two together. The Heavenly Blondes. I'm saying it now. Hashtag Heavenly Blondes. Just give it to them. Then that match, which made... I didn't care. Charlotte at rings at commentary didn't care. Then seeing Bayley punch or forearm the Charlotte in the face, didn't care. Once Bayley won that match, still didn't care until you actually have Lacey Evans get angry at Charlotte, and then Charlotte gets punched in the face by Lacey. Really? They're my fates. You're actually going to have them possibly feud against one another. Really? You're going to have Lacey Evans versus Charlotte. And let's be honest here, and I'm not against Lacey Evans. I'm not. She actually has some skill. But because of her bad booking, she sucks. Then she's going up against Charlotte. But Charlotte is a worse wrestler than Lacey Evans once she starts acting like her dad. And I want to say this clearly, when she doesn't act like her father, she can wrestle. But the minute she does her father's moves, she botches her ass off and she's boring. So you're going to put an inexperienced Lacey Evans, who can wrestle to a certain extent, against a Charlotte who constantly acts like her father and can't wrestle. She botches too much. You're about to stick them together. Really? You could have just let them be a tag team and left it at that. What a joke. I'm moving on. Let's see here. I want to say this. I do not care about Triple H versus Randy Orton. I wanted to see Triple H not wrestle this time. I wanted to see Randy Orton wrestle against Kofi Kingston, the person that should be taking over Dolph Ziggler's position, who should have done it from the beginning, would have been Randy Orton, who should have been Randy Orton. It would make sense for Randy Orton to go after the damn title. Why would you redo the rivalry between Triple H and Randy Orton when he should be going after Kofi Kingston because Randy wants the freaking title? Why would you bring back that feud, which really shouldn't be done, and you should bring back the other feud between him and Kofi, which makes perfect sense? Kofi has history with Randy. Kofi never got a chance to face Randy for the title. Kofi dealing with a Randy Orton could have a huge sadistic opponent compared to what happened with a Dolph Ziggler and a Kevin Owens. You would rather see a sadistic Randy Orton take out Xavier Woods, take out Big E, do it in a sadistic, horrible way, and you would really see how Kofi would have to handle that and really go beyond what he is right now. Throwing pancakes to the crowd, I think Vince is forcing him to do it a lot more than he should be. Now, I want to make this clear. Do I believe Kofi still likes doing it? Yes, he does. Do I believe New Day likes having that attitude? Yes, I do. But I also believe that Vince is pushing that a little bit too much. And I do believe that Kofi is being forced to do it more than he should be. And I'm being honest here. I don't think Kofi would be doing this as much if Vince wasn't forcing him to do it. So this sucks. Finally, let's get... Oh, almost forgot Bray Wyatt. Bray. Really? I saw these... If anyone is enjoying this, forget it. I'm saying this now. It means nothing. This is garbage. You know why it's garbage? Not because the content is bad. It's because he's not in the ring yet. Vince is drawing this out. Vince is dragging this out. Vince is going to make this so bad that when he gets into the ring, no one's going to care. He should already be in the ring and he should be winning. I do not believe he's going to win, and I believe it will be months before he gets into the ring. I believe by the time he gets into the ring, it'll be Survivor Series or somewhere near there. I don't believe he's going to be doing it in Super Showdown. I don't believe he's going to be doing it in SummerSlam. I don't believe he's going to go in Hell in a Cell. I think maybe he might do it in Survivor Series because if you really want to repackage him great, you do it at Survivor Series when The Undertaker did it. And instead of just leaving it until then, the last couple of months, and build him that way, no, you're doing it now. And that's what I think is going to happen. Finally, let's do this little segment right here. The appreciation. Shane McMahon had Appreciation Day because of Drew McIntyre. That makes me now hate him. Which I know is not his fault. You had a lengthy 6 or 5 minute video pack of Shane McMahon. Didn't care. Then, as they're doing this, while this was happening, well, let me back a little bit. You still have R-Truth with the damn 24/7 title. And as I said before, if this wasn't because of bad ratings, AEW now doing this show, Double or Nothing, and succeeding very well, and pretty much the actual wrestlers and most of the staff in the WWE are disgruntled, the 24/7 title would not exist. Right now. If everything was working well, and if they brought it back as a new novelty and gave it to R-Truth and made it funny, it might work. Might. Here it does not work at all. R-Truth is a joke. Carmella is a joke. And then, once you have this Appreciation Day, and you got everyone and their mother chasing after him, including a rock star spud, I'm not going to call him Drake Maverick anymore, because he's a piece of garbage as Drake Maverick. I'm calling him Rockstar Spud, unless I forget. Rockstar Spud has been hunting for R-Truth. He wants that title. He finally tracks him down. He chases him out into the ring. He gets pinned, and then everyone kicks R-Truth's ass. And guess what? Elias wins the 24/7 title. But no, it's not over. You would think it would be over. R-Truth would just be left alone after getting his ass beat up. No. You got Shane McMahon saying, you know what, I'm going to make this even harder for you, R-Truth, because you interfere with my moment. You're going to have a match. Instead of making a 2-on-1 handicap match or 3-on-1, it's going to be a tag match with a person that I choose, and it's Roman Reigns. More. For Elias, you can't... well, you see I'm getting annoyed with this. I'm getting angry. When it comes down to it for Elias, you got Shane saying, don't worry about the 24/7 title. I want your focus on this. So the 24/7 title rule is frozen until after the match. I knew they're not going to actually do what I think they're going to do. They're not going to let R-Truth lose the title, fight in that match, which you see one shot on my shoulder, and it doesn't matter how the match went, R-Truth, Roman Reigns wins their match, and then afterward, R-Truth regains his title. And guess what? It's in my face. If I get a better shot, hopefully. R-Truth gets the title back. R-Truth pins Elias. R-Truth is a 2-time 24/7 champion. Really? This show is trash. RANT! I'm going to put that. This show is trash. RANT. This did not do anything for Super Showdown. This didn't do anything to progress anyone's characters. This didn't give anything to Andrade. This didn't give anything to Aleister Black. You didn't get anything for Zelina Vega. You legitimately made R-Truth go for all that and didn't get him over any more than what he was. Yes, the people still love R-Truth, like I've always said. R-Truth is charismatic. R-Truth is loved. He's charismatic. He is fun. But now he's not, because he's with a stupid title, with a stupid gimmick that he can't get over because everything else around him is garbage. If there's anything else I forgot. Oh, Heavy Machinery just feels like emptiness. Daniel Bryan feels like emptiness. Fracking's actually cleaner than regular drilling for oil. It's actually cleaner. That's the truth. I don't know why they made him say that. It's dumb. Just, this show sucked. RANT. Or, this show's trash. RANT. Tell me how you felt about this show. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace!